Good afternoon. A press conference just wrapped up. 4 Congresswomen spoke. Congresswoman Cortez, Congresswoman Presley, Congresswoman Omar, and Congresswoman Tlaib. These 4 women have been targeted by the President of the United States. Why? Because of their stance on immigration. They're against deporting people who come to the United States and seek asylum. They're against deporting illegal immigrants who are here in this country illegally. They're against deporting people who are parents of children who were born here. So because of this issue, they have spoken out against it publicly to their constituents and on Twitter and at press conferences. So the president has come out publicly on Twitter and to his constituents and in a press conference saying that they should leave the country. This is a major issue because it shows fighting among the Democrats and the Republicans. It all started when Congresswoman Cortez accused Nancy Pelosi of targeting women of color in her own party, the Democratic Party. And then last week, President Trump came out in defense of Speaker Pelosi, who is a Democrat, and said that Cortez is wrong and Pelosi is right, and Pelosi is not a racist. So then the deportation raids started over the weekend, and President Trump tweeted, and the 4 Congresswomen tweeted, and it was just a Twitter storm about who should leave the country and why, and all of this talk about immigration and its importance in terms of the 2020 election. So Trump's defense of Nancy Pelosi and Trump's criticism of the 4 women who are congresswomen in our country has now united the Democratic Party. And Nancy Pelosi wants to proposition some legislation to sort of reprimand the president for making comments against the 4 congresswomen. So this is just messy. When I say messy, it's more messy than the Desperate Housewives, the old show that used to be on, and the Real Housewives, the current show that's on that's actually a reality show. I say that because the housewives bicker and then they make up. They bicker and then they make up. The Democrats and Republicans bicker, but behind the scenes they make up. But you know who doesn't make up? The viewers, the constituents. That's what they have in common. The viewers and the constituents, they still are upset that all of these issues are being played out publicly and all of these arguments are dividing people here in America. It's dividing women. It's dividing people of color. It's dividing the majority culture. It's dividing the Latino community. It's dividing the Black community. It's dividing Caucasians. It's dividing Asians. It's dividing all ethnic groups. So, as a journalist, what I want to say is this. Once the Democrats and Republicans make up, remember that you now have another job, and that's to unite your constituencies behind you again. Because once you have this type of argument that divides people, it's very hard to unite the country again. And that's what President Obama was good at, uniting the country behind the idea of hope and change. President Trump tries to unite the country behind the idea of making America great again. But Nancy Pelosi tweeted that making America great again means making America white again. So that's more division. So which is it? Which is it? When are the Democrats and Republicans going to decide that it's time to stop bickering? Like President Obama said in his 2004 speech, it's not about red states, it's not about blue states, it's about the United States. And I think that he needs to come out, President Obama, and make a gesture to the Republican Party and make a gesture to the Democratic Party and try to get some unity here in this country again. MJ Carter.